That heavy, bloated feeling after eating, where your stomach stays tight and swollen for hours, most people just live with it. But inside a single dried clove bud is up to 85% eugenol, one of the most concentrated plant compounds in any kitchen spice. So what happens when you eat one clove a day for 7 straight days? The answer changes depending on which day you pay attention to. To find out, the experiment begins before you even touch a clove. We start at day 0. This is about establishing a clear personal baseline, translating that vague, uncomfortable post-meal heaviness into simple, trackable numbers. For 24 hours, eat your normal meals and pay close attention to how your stomach behaves. Notice the exact sensations, the physical tightness, the pressure of trapped gas, and how many hours it takes for your abdomen to feel completely settled after eating. Write these observations down. Rate your discomfort on a scale from 0 to 10, where 0 is absolute comfort and 10 is painful, balloon-like distension. By tracking your usual patterns first, you build a realistic point of comparison. This turns a daily frustration into an objective 7-day observation. Only when you know your starting number can you accurately track what actually changes once the routine begins. Long before modern laboratories, healers targeted the same bloated sensations. In classical India, Ayurvedic texts like the Charaka Samhita recommended the dried bud, called lavanga, to kindle digestive fire and relieve flatulence. Independently, the 16th century Chinese compendium Bencao Gangmu classified the spice dingxiang as a warming agent to ease a cold stomach. By medieval Europe, the abbess Hildegard von Bingen advised using cloves to warm the belly. These traditions grew from a luxury trade originating in Indonesia's remote Maluku Islands, back when cloves were far too rare to be an everyday biblical kitchen spice. While this cross-cultural reliance does not prove efficacy, this shared history makes the spice a logical candidate for a 7-day test. To understand why this tiny, dried flower bud commands such attention, we have to look past its history and into its chemistry. A single clove is essentially a highly concentrated capsule of volatile oils. Chief among these is eugenol, a potent organic compound that makes up 70 to 90% of the clove's essential oil. This single molecule is responsible for the spice's intense, tongue-numbing heat and pungent aroma. But eugenol does not work alone. It operates alongside beta-caryophyllene, a plant compound that interacts with biological pathways as well as astringent tannins and protective flavonoids. Together, these elements form a dense network of antioxidants. This distinct chemical makeup makes cloves much more than a simple kitchen flavoring. They exist as a complex, biologically active package carrying a heavy dose of natural chemistry, capable of interacting directly with our digestive system. Once inside your digestive tract, these active compounds target the tight, overactive muscles of your gut wall. Think of your intestines as a garden hose that occasionally kinks, trapping air and creating that swollen, heavy balloon feeling. Eugenol works like a gentle release valve, encouraging those spasming muscles to relax. When this physical tension lets go, the trapped gas causing painful abdominal pressure can move through and escape more freely. Meanwhile, the rich antioxidant and anti-inflammatory elements work quietly to soothe irritated tissues from the inside out, helping to reduce that deep-seated post-meal discomfort. It is best to keep expectations realistic. This routine will not provide an instant, dramatic cure. Instead, think of it as a subtle, natural nudge that helps your stomach settle more easily and comfortably after you eat. Modern clinical science requires a clear distinction between laboratory theories and human reality. Currently, no large-scale, randomized placebo-controlled trials prove that eating whole cloves reliably relieves bloating in healthy adults. Much of the data regarding eugenol's muscle-relaxing properties comes from studies on isolated animal tissues. While these laboratory findings show clear biological activity, they do not guarantee the same results inside a complex human digestive system. Casual reports and small pilot studies offer interesting clues, but they fall short of scientific certainty. The current clinical evidence is best described as preliminary, suggesting that cloves may assist some individuals while having no effect on others. Because of this limitation, a 7-day routine is not a medical treatment. It is a structured self-experiment designed to help you observe how your own body reacts to a traditional spice, keeping your expectations grounded in what the data actually supports. It is easy to look at a single, tiny clove bud and feel skeptical. How can something so small make any real difference inside meters of coiled intestines? But in biology, small does not mean insignificant. Concentrated plant compounds can influence gut function in very small amounts. The real goal here is not a medical miracle, but simple noticeability. Any benefit you experience is far more likely to be a subtle easing of pressure rather than a dramatic cure. And because every body is different, responses will vary wildly. Your daily diet, baseline gut sensitivity, underlying health conditions, and even everyday medications will shape how your digestive tract reacts. While one person might notice a gentle shift within a few days, another might feel absolutely nothing. When clinical trials are limited, your own body becomes the testing ground. A personal 7-day trial bridges the gap between scientific uncertainty and practical, everyday experience, helping you discover if this simple kitchen spice makes a meaningful difference for you. To begin this 7-day test, choose one of 3 straightforward protocols. The simplest method is chewing a whole dry clove immediately after your largest meal of the day. If the intense, numbing heat of a raw clove is too strong, steep one whole bud in a cup of near-boiling water for 10 minutes to make a gentler post-meal tea. For the mildest approach, stir 1/8 to 1/4 teaspoon of ground clove directly into your food or warm beverage. Whichever route you choose, take it at the exact same time each day. Keep your regular diet and other supplements completely stable during the week. Each evening, log your gas frequency, stool consistency, and any side effects in your diary to track changes. Keep this daily trial strictly within culinary limits. Limit your intake to no more than 1 or 2 whole buds or a 1/4 teaspoon of ground clove daily. If you experience mouth irritation, heartburn, or nausea, stop the experiment immediately. Because the active compound eugenol can interact with medications, anyone taking blood thinners or living with liver disease must consult a clinician first. The same caution applies during pregnancy or breastfeeding. Also, never substitute raw cloves with concentrated clove oil, which carries high toxicity risks, and do not use this format for young children. A successful experiment relies on respecting these boundaries. Day 1 brings a sharp, mouth-numbing warmth, extra saliva, and maybe a few warm burps, but no sudden digestive shift. By days 2 and 3, the first real window opens. You might notice trapped gas clearing a bit quicker after dinner. For those who respond well, days 4 and 5 can bring a mild drop in overall belly tightness and fewer heavy gas episodes. By days 6 and 7, this trend either stabilizes, plateaus, or simply never shows up. Feeling absolutely no difference is a completely honest and common result of this 7-day test. Ultimately, a 7-day Clove experiment teaches us to pay closer attention to our unique digestive rhythm. If you decide to try it safely, share what you notice in the comments after 7 days. Subscribe for more practical health insights.